Good day, lovers of STEM. Today's advice is based upon the fact that midterm one in my class is tomorrow and study groups. I've had students tell me they don't do well in study groups, or their study groups don't do anything but talk and don't really study. So, study groups advice 101. Number one, if you're in a study group that's not studying, get out of it. That's a social group. Number two, if your study group doesn't really know what to do and how to be effective. One thing I mentioned in my other post was going over old exams. So everybody print out an old midterm exam. You sit there together in your simulated test environment and everybody work for 50 minutes. And then afterwards, you all share the results, or you swap off and grade and then figure out what you're missing and what you did wrong. Something else you can do in your study group is review old homework questions, review old quiz questions, and anyone who didn't get it right, you explain it to them. Because the true test of when you understand something is when you teach it to your friends. Another thing you can do is, if you know the objectives for the exam, make up exam questions. That's a great way to test your understanding. If the exam has questions on finding the current through an inductor or voltage across an inductor, make up some of those questions and see if your friends can answer them. Other things you can do in study group is just quietly study together and only talk when somebody has a question. Like, hey, I'm working through this, or I'm reading this. Quietly read the book. And get to a section you don't understand, ask your friend. So there are right ways and wrong ways to do study groups. And make sure you're falling on the right side. Stay STEM wonderful.